Okay, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Credential Stuffing Challenge, which is a web exploitation challenge from the picoCTF 2026 event. Let's read about the challenge first. So in this challenge, it says credential stuffing is the automated injection of stolen username and password pairs, known as credentials, into a website login form in order to fraudulently gain access to user accounts. Since many users will reuse the same password and username email, when those credentials are exposed by a database breach or a phishing attack, for example, submitting those sets of stolen credentials into dozens or hundreds of other sites can allow an attacker to compromise those accounts too. Download the credentials dump here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to download the credential dump. And to do this challenge, what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the Cylab web shell. So to activate the Cylab web shell, we're going to click on this button over here, labeled Open in Workspace. So after we've done that, we're going to see a terminal over here. So the terminal is our web accessible CLI terminal. What we want to do here is we want to make the terminal full screen so that we can better see what's going on. So in the terminal here, we can right click and then we can go to this frame. And in this frame, we can choose this option here, Open Frame in New Tab. So what that's going to do is it's going to open up the web shell in a separate browser tab. And that means you can see this terminal in full screen, which is definitely much more comfortable than seeing it in the cramped little corner over there. So for this challenge, we're going to make a directory to solve the challenge inside of. So we're going to give this command make dir space, and we'll call this challenge directory credstuff, because credential stuffing is a bit long. So make the directory and then move into the directory with the cd command. Okay, so after you've done that, when you type in pwd, it should be home, your username, credstuff. What we're going to do from here is we're going to download the pairs of credentials. So we're going to go back to the challenge, and then we're going to exit the workspace because we don't need to use this. Okay, click on that. And it says download the credential dump here. So we're going to highlight the link, and then we're going to right click, and then we're going to select copy link. Afterwards, we're going to go back to our web shell browser tab. We're going to enter that directory again. And then we're going to download the file. So in the terminal, the wget command is going to let you download files from the internet. So wget space, and then right click, select paste, and that's going to paste in the file address. After that, hit enter, and our file credsdump.txt is going to be downloaded. So after that's done, if you use the ls command, you should be able to see credsdump.txt in your current directory. So if we read this, it's a bunch of username and passwords. So the username is the first part of the line, and the password is the second part of the line after the semicolon over here. So this is a pretty, I wouldn't say this is the common way to separate usernames and passwords. Usually they're separated by a colon instead of a semicolon. But anyways, let's talk about how we're going to solve this challenge. Okay, so another thing we need to do for this challenge is we need to launch the instance of the challenge. If we scroll down, we're going to see a launch instance button in the description. Click on launch instance, and then after a bit, it's going to give us some more information. There was a recent data breach at a famous department store in which the login credentials of thousands of users were stolen and dumped online. you're hoping at least one person reused their credentials from the department store for an account at the local bank. Oh, bank stuff. Stuff those credentials and get the flag. It says here, connect to the service with this command over here. So netcat crystalpeak.picoctf.net and then some port number. So each time we start the instance, the port number is going to be different, but the server is going to be the same. If we want to see what this looks like when we access it normally, we would copy this command and then go to our web shell, and then we would paste in the command. Okay, so we're going to run the command netcat, this one over here, and this is the login system. So welcome to the online banking service. Please enter your username and password to log in. So we don't know what the username password is, so we're going to do test for username and then test for password. And it says invalid username or password. So afterwards, it kicks us out. So what we need to do is we need to do the credential stuffing attack. And the credential stuffing attack, we're going to be doing it with all of these pairs of credentials that we have over here. So let's talk about this challenge and how we're going to do this. Where were we? Credential stuff. Okay, so picoCTF 2026 credential stuffing. In this challenge, we're asked to perform a credential stuffing attack to gain access to a web app. So this isn't really a web app, but it's kind of similar to one. So in this case, we're dealing with something called credential stuffing, but what is credential stuffing? Credential stuffing is a web app attack where pairs of credentials, usernames and passwords, are systematically sent to a web app login page in an attempt to discover valid credentials. Credential stuffing can evade login brute force defenses of web apps that rely on denying access to a specific account after a number of failed logins, because there's only one login attempt per account. So interacting with the server, and in this challenge, we have to perform a credential stuffing attack, but we want to automate the process. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using a Python script to systematically access the server. So I've got my Python script over here. Okay, so we're gonna be running this code over here, and before we copy the code and run it on our system, let's just talk about what this Python code is doing. So we're going to import the socket module for Python, and we're going to provide it with a port number and a host name. So we need to provide these this kind of information in order to access the server. We're going to create a dictionary of credentials, and then we're going to define a function called talk to server. So the talk to server function is going to take in a host, a port name, a username, and a password, which we get from these different variables right over here. Okay, and we're going to create a flag variable that we can interact with. We create a socket connection as S, and then we connect to the socket. We're going to record the information we get from the socket and then print out that data. Then we send our username, and then we get the results of sending the username, and then we're going to send the password and get the result and print those out as well. So after sending the password, the server is going to send us more data, and we're going to print out that data. If there's a flag in the data, so in these challenges, we're looking for a data for something called a flag, which is the word picoCTF with a bunch of stuff followed after it. And if we see that there's picoCTF in the data that we receive, that means that we got the correct user credentials. And then we'll print it out. Well, we're going to write it out to a file called flag.txt on our server. Okay? So the last thing we do is we take the credsdump.txt file that we downloaded, and we use it to populate the credentials list in our Python script. And the very last thing that we do is we run a for loop over every username and password in the credentials dictionary that we populated, and we run the talk to server function, and eventually we'll write out something. We'll write out the correct credentials to the flag.txt file. So let's go ahead and run the script. So we copy the script. Anyways, so we copied the script, and then we go back to the web shell. In the web shell, we can run the nano text editor to create the script. So nano space, we're going to do nano cred underscore stuff dot py to create this script file. So after we give that command, we're in the nano text editor. We're just going to paste in the code that we copied earlier. Okay. So after that, before we run the script, we need to change out the port. We need to change out the port, but not the host. The host is going to be the same on every circumstance, but the port is going to be different for each instance. So we're going to go back to the challenge description here, and we're going to copy the port number only, go back to the web shell, and we're going to paste in the port number. After we've done that, we're going to save out the file with the Control-X keyboard shortcut, save modified buffer yes, Y for yes, and then hit enter to save as the same file name. So after that, we've got our credstuff.py file here, and we're just going to run the script with the Python command, python space credstuff.py. Okay, we're going to run the command, and we're going to see that it's running through all of the different usernames and passwords, and eventually it'll find a correct combination and create a file called flag.txt in our current directory. Okay, so the script is finished running. So it went through all of the different combinations of username and password. So what we're going to do is we're going to see that a flag.txt file was created. And let's take a look at the contents of that file. Okay, let's see. Authenticating welcome Luis. So apparently the username password was Luis and Papa, and we got a flag over here. So it's picoCTF, don't reuse credentials. So to finish the challenge, we're just going to highlight the flag here and copy it, then go back to the challenge description, and at the very bottom there's a flag submission field. Click into the flag submission field, paste in the flag, and click on submit flag. And we're done. All right, everybody, this was a guided walkthrough for the Credential Stuffing Challenge from picoCTF 2026 as part of their web exploitation set of challenges. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.